Sit back, relax, and enjoy the BMC podcast.
Hello viewers, this is Badar Munir Chaudhary and I have our senior journalist, senior analyst Faisal Majid with me. Today we have a special guest, the Mayor of Mississauga, Carolyn Parrish. We will talk with her about her political journey and her work as Mayor of Mississauga. Mayor Carolyn Parrish, welcome to Canada One TV studios. Thank you so much joining us today.
Thank you very much for inviting me and welcoming me with the beautiful roses.
Let's start a discussion, Faisal Majid sahab. Mayor Parrish, you have worked in public service for many years. What keeps you motivated to continue serving the community?
I love what I do. I've had several political jobs. I started as a school trustee, and then I ran for a councillor and I lost to Nando Unica. So then my friends said, we're going to run for the Liberal nomination, Mississauga West. So I did that, and I worked with Mr. Kretchen for 13 years. I enjoyed it very much. I actually visited many countries, including Pakistan. And then I had an opportunity when Bonnie stepped down as mayor to run in the by-election, and I probably never would have run for mayor, but I love the job. I love city building, and I'm really enjoying it.
And Mayor, what achievement are you most proud of since becoming Mayor of Mississauga?
Oh, there's many. I'm very proud of what we've done for the seniors in Mississauga. They have free transit, they have free access to the community centers, and it's good for the seniors because they get out of the house, they make friends, it's good for their mental health, it's good for their bodies. They get to do the swimming pools and the exercise rooms. And we went from 31,000 community center members to 51,000 in 2 months, all seniors. So I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of the windrow clearing that we brought in last winter. It was the worst winter we've ever had. And now the plow comes around and an arm goes down and takes the snow from the end of your driveway. And we also have the little plows that go around and do the sidewalks. So my focus is always to make life better for people who live in Mississauga. Sometimes you get a bit of opposition, but generally speaking, the council's been really good and positive and joined me in this wish.
Yeah, opposition definitely is the beauty of the democratic system.
It is.
Mayor Parrish, a lot of questions definitely the resident of Mississauga wants to know. Number one, what is the reason you resigned from the Peel Police Board?
The Peel Police Board is a wonderful institution. They decide on many things, but they also decide on the budget for the police.
Yep.
And when you're sworn in, you are given regulations, and one of which is that once the budget is passed, you can't criticize it. And it's very hard to wear two hats. I know some mayors can do that, but I found it very difficult in the year that the police budget went up 23.3. I was worried about how it was going to affect taxpayers. So I decided to resign, and we appointed Matt Mahoney in my position. He's very experienced, very good counselor, and an excellent police board man. And so that gave me the opportunity to try to reduce the budget when it went to the regional council. And the more I look at it, I think being arm's length away from the police board is healthy. I have a good relationship with the members. Al Boughton, who used to be a student of mine when I was a teacher, is the chair of the finance committee on the police board, and we chat on the phone. He's very, very good fellow, and we get along very well. And I get along extremely well with Nish. My dad was a police officer for 37 years in Toronto, so I'm a police brat.
Okay.
And I support the police 100%. I was just having a little difficulty with the impact the budget was going to have on the local taxpayers.
I know you work very hard for a resident of Mississauga. What has been the biggest challenge you have faced as mayor?
Well, I think that the budgeting is the biggest challenge, because it's not that the increases are so much, they are a lot, but I know Chief Nish is building a bigger police force, but it's the split with Brampton. We pay 62% of the bill and Brampton pays 38% of the bill. That has a huge impact on our property tax every year. By the time it translates to our taxes, it adds 5 or 6%, even if it's a smaller bill. So that has been a huge challenge. And a lot of people say they want somebody to elect somebody who's going to promise them zero tax increase. You know it's impossible. Gas prices go up for machinery, wages go up with unions, budgets always increase. But what the really hard part was the police budgets really hurt us badly over the last couple of years. So that's been difficult.
And were all councillors cooperative with you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, this last budget we just did for 2026, I kept asking, anybody here want to give me an amendment? Nobody. Even Mr. Hornick, Councillor Hornick, who's the budget guy, I said, don't you have anything you want to change? And he said, no, actually, I can't believe it. I don't have anything I want to change. So councillors have been very good, and we've worked cooperatively, and it's been a staff budget. They took 2% off every department this year just to keep it as much lower than last year. And we're going to have an even better budget next year because we have downloaded, thanks to the province, regional roads, which will save the city $30 million. And we've downloaded solid waste pickup, which is another $20 million. So we'll be saving $50 million next year.
You just mentioned the Peel Police Board, 62% of the budget is Mississauga.
Right.
And 38% is Brampton. When you go this way, approximately how many millions the city of Mississauga are paying extra?
Well, for this year, we're paying $106 million extra. And with a 6.7% increase, they're predicting next year it'll be $116 million extra. I have spoken to the Premier. The Premier says it's not fair. He's promised to do something about it. It may take 2 or 3 years to transition it, but I take him at his word. And as I said, I don't fight with the police. I think they're doing a fantastic job, but I do want to protect my taxpayers. And over the last 6 years, we will hit $500 million. That's a B, billion, in subsidies to Brampton.
Do you think down the road it will be some kind of a 50-50 of split, or the Ontario will give some kind of grant to cover up the $106 million or over $110 million?
I don't know how the Premier is planning to do it, and I have my faith and trust in him. He's given me his word. He's going to work on it. There's several ways of doing it. They could base it on population, which would make us 48, them 52, or they could base it on the OPP formula, which is based on population and level of crime, how long it takes to solve the crimes. You get a big invoice at the end of the year and you pay what they suggest. So I don't know what system he's going to use. I certainly hope he subsidizes Brampton for a couple of years because it's a big jolt. 106 million and 116 million next year is a lot of money.
That's a lot.
And now you are running for mayor again. Why should the people of Mississauga vote for you?
Well, I hope they vote for me on my track record. I've been a politician in Mississauga and cared about Mississauga for 40 years. I've never budged. I've never gone anywhere else. I've worked for Mississauga. And the last 2 years, I've accomplished quite a bit. And we have a whole new city center program that we're working on. We have some big grants, fingers crossed, coming in. We've lowered the development charges on housing to the point where I was talking to a developer today. He's got 800 units he's putting in this week. We're almost at 20,000 new units going in. And a lot of them are rentals, which is really important. So housing has been a big thing that I've done, and I've really done a good job there. And the province appreciates it. The Minister Flack has told me that we were the leaders in the whole province.
And what work have you started that you would like to complete in your next term?
Well, as I mentioned, we've got a huge plan for the city center to turn the center of our city into something very dramatic and very attractive, and something we can all be proud of. We would like to build a new music center. Once that's done, we'll take down the LAC. We have a 6-acre plot of land there. We've already had 2 hotels approach us. Today I had a gentleman approach us on building an art gallery, and a lot of this will be done with grants. We also would have probably a rental building go up. We don't build those. Other people come in with their money and they invest. So the more I can get other people interested in our city center, the happier I will be.
You know what, for the housing, when we come to the housing, so one major expense of the housing is the development charges.
Yes.
Being a mayor of city of Mississauga, have you done to reduce the development charges?
Oh, massive. The Commissioner of Housing came in one day and he said, what would you rather get? 100% of nothing, or 50% of something? I said, that's a trick question. I said, I take 50% of something. So let's cut our DCs in half.
Okay.
And people will start paying DCs and they will start building. Then we went one step further, and we did it at the region as well.
Okay.
So we cut their DCs in half. Everybody agreed, finally, it took a while. And then we said for purpose-built rental, if you build family-size units with 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms, you pay 0 DCs. Now, this didn't cost us anything so far because we got a big grant from the federal government for $128 million. We've had 3 checks from them. We've got 1 more coming. So we're completely breaking even. The money we've lost by reducing DCs has come from the federal government.
Okay. Some new names has come in mayorship race. What makes you different from other candidates?
Well, I think my experience. I think I'm used to working with the federal government. I was there for 13 years. I get along extremely well with the provincial government, all our MPPs and our premier. I am very adept at working with other levels of government, and I really enjoy what I do. So I work many hours a day. I sleep 5 hours a night at the most. So the rest of the time I'm either thinking, writing, or working.
And Mayor Parrish, any sentence, any feedback, even any advice to your opponents?
I would never advise my opponents. Thank you very much.
When we're talking to addition, please correct me, did the city has introduced if somebody want to make an addition in the backyard or something, city has given some kind of pre-proof model of?
Yes, that's a very good question. We've got about 6 or 8 models for backyard buildings for what they call, I guess they call them suites for mother-in-laws and whatever. We've got a few designs. Students from Sheridan College worked with our staff, so that if you come in and pick one of those designs, you don't have to go through anything. You just have to build it on your backyard. You don't have to go through all the planning processes and all the applications. You have one application, one-stop shopping, and away you go.
So the people can avoid all the big process?
Yes,
Am I
you
right?
can avoid the whole back and forth. Although one of the things we did with our housing task force, which I formed 1 week after I was sworn in, is we spent a whole day finding out what's going on in the city that makes it difficult in the planning department. And we come up with a plan that says 3 strikes and you're in. Your plans go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This time, after 2, on the 3rd one, you come in with a red pen, and we have a red pen, and nobody leaves the room until it's fixed.
Very nice.
And the Mayor Parish property taxes and the cost of living are increasing. What will you do to help homeowners, families, and seniors?
Well, we've already helped the seniors with free transit and free community centers. We have a dental plan that we had that the region paid for, but now the federal government pays for it. We have ways of reducing property tax if their incomes are low, lots of applications for that. We have a lot of things for seniors. As far as everybody else, we've got to work really hard to fix the inequality with the police bills, try to keep our taxes down, and with the roads coming down and the waste coming down, our next year tax should be much better. We're here to make living affordable. And if you can have more housing built, what happens, the price settles or it goes down a little bit. People can start to afford. Also, the province and the feds have come in with removing HST for 3 years. So I think everybody's cooperating to get people into homes. Once you're in your own house and it's an affordable house, then you've got more money for food and clothing and the things that are so expensive today.
And what about hospitals and schools?
Well, I don't have anything to do with schools anymore, but hospitals, the city has pledged to give $390 million over many years on a very small amount each year. $390 million to help the Trillium Hospital be built. We're very proud of it. It's going to be the largest hospital in Canada. 22 stories. It's going to have 28 operating rooms, huge emergency rooms. It's going to be a showpiece for the rest of the country, so we're very proud of that.
Mayor Parrish, 2025, the city has, the resident of Mississauga saw the 9.3% property tax increase, and this year somewhere by 5.3%. People really wants to know whether 5.3% tax increase this year is just because of the election year, or it will not be repeat the next 2027, again 9.3%? How are you going to make sure to the resident of the Mississauga?
Because we've already made sure by lowering the roads down to local level and by lowering the waste pickup,
Okay.
that's already $80 million. And if the Premier comes through with a plan soon enough and fixes part of the police plan, we're going to be saving enough money next year that it won't go higher, I guarantee it. It may go lower.
When you say Premier, how's your relationship with the Premier? How's your working relationship with
My
the
working
Premier?
relationship's very good. I don't like going down to Queen's Park, so whenever he needs to see me, I go to his house. And we sit in his backyard or we sit in his basement and we have a good talk. He's a very nice man. I don't have to agree with everything he does, but I do have to treat him with respect, which I do. And I actually like him. He's a nice
And
person.
Premier Doug Ford said that he will send an army in favor of you.
Well, I'll explain the circumstances. We were at our first groundbreaking for a subdivision in a long time. He was out there. All the workers were there. He was very excited that in Mississauga we were putting in a subdivision of townhouses. And I think he was so excited he just got carried away. I don't think he's going to send any armies in. And I hope he has confidence in me that I can win without him.
Maybe he can send the army of the volunteers for you.
Yeah.
That would be nice. But you know what's funny? Politicians guard their volunteers very closely. They don't share them with anybody.
Yeah.
I have quite a few of my own volunteers I've accumulated over 40 years in politics. And I have a very supportive family. So I have enough workers.
Mayor Parrish, the city has expanded a lot last couple of decades. I think so we have 800, 900,000 pupils. Do you think this is the time to be separated from the Peel region? What is your thought?
Well, I'll explain to you. One of the things I've watched Hazel try to separate. I watched Bonnie try to separate. And separation isn't in the books. I think it's because then you would have to separate out all the other regions. You'd have chaos. What I did, it was like a large puzzle piece. I looked at where we're doing the most subsidies for the other municipalities in our region. That was roads. That was waste. I took those down, and they went through legislation at Queen's Park, so they're not going to change. The rest of what they do at the region is excellent. They do social housing. They do all kinds of social programs for people that need extra housing. They need supports. They need all kinds of social things. They do a good job there. Leaving them as a body doing that is perfectly fine with me. We've taken out what costs us a lot of money, and we've taken out what we can do better locally.
Especially the resident of Mississauga definitely wants to know why the city of Mississauga residents are paying the roads for the Caledon almost $30 million yearly. What is
Because
your thought?
That's the way they set it up 50 years ago when they set up the region. They set up the pattern. I know when I was first a councillor in Mississauga, we tried to separate roads out before and we weren't successful. This time we had Patrick Brown's people agree to it. We had Caledon agree to it.
Okay.
I know they're not thrilled because they've got to now set up their own system to snowplow and everything. But they agreed to, they saw the fairness of it. As far as the waste pickup, I think that's the same thing. It's a hard service. It's something we can do more cheaply, each of us, at our own level. So I think it was the way it was set up. Nobody ever looked at it hard. And I sat there, and I'm one of those people that works on puzzles. And I went, where are the problems? These are the areas, and that's where we worked on it.
Flooding is a major issue in Toronto, not your city. But do you have any plan if Mississauga face same issue?
Did you say for flooding?
Flooding, yes.
Oh, we have huge problems here. We have huge reservoirs. Saigon Park up on Matheson is a huge reservoir that catches overflow money, stormwater, and it holds it and then it releases it slowly. We've had huge flooding in Ward 3, Ward 1. We've had bad flooding. So we've had stormwater charge brought in about 6 years ago, one of the first cities in Canada. And that money isn't spent on anything else but remedying the pipes, making the sewer pipes bigger, not the sewer pipes, the floodwater pipes larger, making bridges more sturdy, paying people when their basements get flooded and they don't have insurance anymore. We gave grants. So we have this big fund that we've built over many years. Also, we're getting good grants right now from the feds and from the province. So we are up on it. We're doing it as quickly as we can because even though we're a young city, we still have old pipes. So we're trying to fix most of that, but we're very advanced there. I don't take credit for that. That was the city manager years ago, Janice Baker, who brought in the idea of stormwater charge.
Yeah. Crimes are increasing, car thefts, dangerous driving in Mississauga. What is your take?
Well, the car thefts, there's a simple solution to it, and I don't know why we haven't done it. It's not us, it's the federal government. We have 2 large ports. We have one in Montreal and one in Vancouver, and we have shipments going out with cars in them that have been stolen, and they're sold all over the world. And if you could get rid of the market and you didn't have a way to ship them out, the way to do it is you have to put scanners like they have in the States.
Yeah.
Every single container going out onto a ship has to be scanned. And as soon as you get rid of the market, you get rid of the stealing.
Mayor Parrish, do you think the Ontario LRT is a right investment?
I wouldn't have voted for it back when I was off council for 4 years. I probably wouldn't have voted for it. Now that it's got a new Metrolink guy, his name's Mike Lindsay.
Yeah.
And they are working up and down that track 7 days a week. Doesn't matter how hot it is, how cold it is. I think once they get it built, it's going to be wonderful for us. A lot of traffic back and forth to Brampton. I personally would have built east-west first because getting back in and out of Toronto seemed to be the thing to do and where people want to go. But it's up. It's almost finished. It's due for 2028 opening. People love trains, so they'll be using it. And it's a route that we've always made money on. It's not a subsidized route on here, Ontario. So would I have voted for it? No. Would I have preferred an east-west? Yes. Now that it's going in there, I'm thrilled.
Can we expect the east-west down the road?
I would hope so.
It will be Dundas or Eglinton?
I think if I were choosing, and I'm not an engineer, if I were choosing, I'd do the bus route that's along the 403.
Okay.
Because there are no pipes under it, there's no wires under it, the construction would be a breeze.
City Council has passed a motion regarding Shisha lounges in Mississauga.
Oh, yeah.
What is your opinion on this?
That wasn't City Council, that was Regional Council.
Regional Council.
The province.
What is your
Well,
opinion?
to be honest with you, and I'm always honest, painfully honest. To be honest with you, the province banned tobacco.
Yeah.
And
but they use
the
herbal.
Shisha uses dried
herbals.
fruit.
Yeah.
It's a really serious Arabic custom.
Yeah.
It's part of their whole being. I think it's unfortunate that that law was passed regionally. The province didn't pass that. And if there is a chance to change it, I probably would vote for it.
Thank you.
Mayor Parrish, Mississauga don't have the Eiffel Tower, but we do have the North America's largest food plaza, Ridgeway Plaza.
Yes.
It will be unfair if I'm not going to ask this question for all the communities. What do you think, why the city got the code injection to stop all kind of mass gatherings in the Ridgeway Plaza? What was the reason?
Well, no, they did a short injunction till we could sit down with the owners and the board of directors there and work out a system that's going to make the traffic better and make it safer, because the car accidents around there, motorcycle, a young man was killed on a motorcycle. It's a wonderful cultural place. It's advertised in Chicago. People come in from all over the world to see that place. It just doesn't have enough parking, and it needed fixes. And I had some experience with that. I didn't do it. I give all the credit to Matt Mahoney and to Sue McFadden. They worked hard on that project. And they wanted to make it better. They didn't want to close it down. They wanted to make it better. So we had to put a hold on it for a while to make sure that everybody came to the table, because nobody was coming to the table until we stretched our muscles a little bit. And I think it's a wonderful location. I had the same experience at Westwood Square up in Malton when I was the counselor there. And we worked hard with the police and safety rules. We brought in gates. Westwood has 6 entrances. They have gates that close at 11 o'clock at night. They also fixed the parking lots so that there are concrete strips, and so the car racing doesn't go on anymore. So using the experience from Westwood, which it doesn't have any problems anymore, we used all the same directions and advice from the police, and we implemented that with the help of the plaza owners and the condo owners.
And they are all small businesses.
And it's working well
They
now.
need your support.
And it's working well.
And
Yeah.
it was, I think so, it was a temporary basis last year.
It was very temporary
So-
until, it was more, we couldn't get them to come to the table, so we had to get their attention.
So
that's
will
why
the
we
city
did it.
get the next month as well, code injection for the
No.
next month?
No,
Okay.
no, it's working well right now.
Okay.
The gates are in, everything's there, the speed bumps are in, everything's working well. And the businesses are doing well.
Okay.
Any question about flag raising?
You know
sir?
what, yeah, definitely, city has banned for the other communities, other countries flag raising. What was the reason to this one?
Well, the reason was originally it was brought in to do community groups, charities, to recognize their good work. Then it started to sneak in countries. And it became one of those things where we're here, we're peaceful, we're one of the most multicultural cities
Yeah.
in the world, actually. We all get along. But at flag raising time, there started to be a little elbowing and a little jostling and not happy. So we thought, well, if we ban all flags except Canadian flags, then nobody's getting an advantage, nobody is fighting with anybody else, and we stay a peaceful country. One of my happy moments was when the Premier recognized Palestine as a legitimate state. We got to do a Palestinian flag raising, and we had 1,500 people there, and they were very happy. So, but that was one of the last ones. What we can do is when you rent Celebration Square for a festival, when you use the Great Hall, when you go to parks, goodness, raise flags.
Okay, yeah.
Flags all over the place. Saigon Park was covered in flags when I was there for their picnic. We just aren't using that flagpole at
Okay.
City Hall
Thi-
anymore,
this
just
is-
for peace.
This ban is only at the council.
Correct.
Yeah,
You can
so-
raise flags anywhere else you want in the city.
A lot of conversation is going on regarding the data center. Being a mayor of the city, what is your thoughts?
It's very complex right now. We're all kind of walking on a tightrope. You have to respect when you get 300 people out with questions and objections. What we are intending to do, and Martin Reed is the councillor for Ward 9. He's bringing a motion to the July meeting to seek information, to seek assistance from the province, and to seek some clarification on, at least answer the questions that people brought up about using water, using electricity, and so forth. So in the end, data centers, we all use them. You're using them right now. You use them every time you pick your phone up. And we have a lot of drug companies in Mississauga. They do experiments with new drugs for exotic diseases. They need information fast. That's the kind of stuff that goes through data centers. There are data centers in Brampton, in Halton, in Toronto. We don't want to be the only people that don't earn the money that you get out of building those and staffing them, but we want to do it right. So there will be a little bit of a pause, as we did with the plaza, and we will investigate it thoroughly. We will present it to the public. We will take their input, and hopefully we will stay in the market of putting in good data centers.
And it will be, if it is approved, it will be in which ward will be?
It doesn't matter. We've already got 10 in the city,
Okay.
and we have sites that are about to be developed everywhere. We just want to have some rules.
Okay.
We want to have some provincial guidelines, and we want to do it properly.
Okay.
Is there any final message you would like to share with the resident of Mississauga and Canada One TV viewers? That is your camera.
That is my camera.
Yeah, first
I
one.
will tell my camera and the
Yeah.
residents that I love working for them. I love my job. I am boundless energy. I have a lot of ideas, and I've heard that the city's adrift. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. The city is moving forward at such a pace, and we are going to have a fantastic city center, And we are going to continue serving the people, making their lives better, and keeping taxes as low as we can.
That is the most important point the resident of Mississauga
Well,
wants
I
to
don't know
know.
if it's the most
Yeah.
important point. The most important point is to ask them all to vote for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mayor Parrish, thank you so much for visiting Canada on TV and attending and appearing on BMC podcast. Wishing you the very best of luck.
Thank
so
you
much.
very
Thank
much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Your questions have been terrific.
Thank you so much. We are signing off from Canada One TV studios. We welcome your feedback to info@canadaone.tv. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you for watching the BMC podcast.